Love and light. Thank you for visiting my channel. Today I'll be doing an energy reading for the sign of Cancer. I will be taking a look at your surrounding energies along with your overall energies to see what our messages the Divine Spirit has for you today. So, without further ado, Cancers, let's do this. To the deck. To the deck. Dear Divine Spirit, what messages do we have for Cancer today? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Cancer today? Please and thank you. Okay, Cancer. Reassessment. I don't know, Cancer, for some reason, when I was sitting here and I was saying Cancer, the last time that I was saying it, I was thinking about the actual disease of cancer, and it was like, okay, Spirit, I don't want any, like, bad news, any bad messages, dang. But speaking of Cancer, what I've come to learn about Cancer on a spiritual level, on a spiritual note, is that it relates to happiness in life. Hold on, is it Cancer? No, that might be diabetes. Hold on, no, let me get them mixed up here. But there's probably a contribution to it too as well. Cancer, I think, was more like long lasting issues that hasn't been resolved, like long lasting pain, or like oh, y'all gonna make me look it up, but I gotta find my little discard thing. I have it written down somewhere too, but I have to find that. But it's like Cancer was I mean, but if you still have long unresolved issues in life, that can still bring about unhappiness, and so they can still kind of correlate with one another. But yeah, I don't know. So like, I'm wondering if there's some type of situation that like you've been dealing with for like a very long time, like in your life, or some type of energies, or some type of cycle or something that's just been like long lasting or forever lasting or something. And stuff like that can cause cancer. It can create cancer, like those type of negative energies and toxins and stuff within your body and your soul, like that can start to create dis-ease within the body, and you know, manifest that actual disease for you. Okay, let's keep going. Cancer. I don't even want to say Cancer no more. I have to say water sign. Y'all may need some water, some healing, some cleansing, especially on an emotional level, because you know that's what water is also for too, and the consciousness too, consciously and emotionally. They're both connected, but cleansing, and yeah. What did that? Okay. Divine Spirit, what messages do we have for Cancer, please and thank you? What are messages do we have for Cancer, please and thank you? Conclusions are within reach. So maybe you guys, so I'm seeing reassessment, so you could be sitting here analyzing life and your life story right now, and putting things together, trying to figure things out, coming up with different conclusions and scenarios, with just different answers that you just have within your life, or questions that you have, but it's saying conclusions are within reach. That's kind of what I'm getting with that in reassessment. So let's keep going and see if something else comes out. Oh, you know what? That that card wasn't supposed to be. I mean, I skipped the thing. Okay. I don't know if I want to take another one for when I come down here. Reassessment. I guess if you, yeah, if you, and if you haven't been doing some reassessment, then, because like I say, it's always one or two groups that I'm talking to, because you have some people who are actually working on things and completing things, and then you have some people who still like going through these things and still needing to work things out, just depending on who you are and where you are in life. But if not, I was saying that you need to do some reassessment. Do some reassessing, and you can find answers and conclusions to what it is that you're seeking. If you take the time and reassess your situation. I'm seeing results, forgiveness, gratitude. So within this reassessment, it's like, take a look at these results. You know what I'm saying? Apply forgiveness to the situation and apply gratitude to the situation too. Clean your slate. I don't know what else, but let's keep going. I was going to say, clean your slate. Just start anew. Just, start fresh. Whatever that is, let it go. What did it say again? Goodness gracious. It was saying results. Yeah, because, okay, so reassessment, okay, results. Okay, so whenever these results come in, or whenever you take a look, and whatever you come up with, or whatever comes up with these results, it's saying, well, no, it's not saying, but whatever comes up with it, it's like, you can still clean your slate, okay? There's still potential for your dreams, is what Spirit is trying to say. With the whole start of fresh thing that I was saying. Okay, there. Okay, next cards, please. Clear the deck. Clear the deck. Okay, dear Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for Cancer? Please and thank you. What messages do you have for Cancer? Please and thank you. What messages do we have for Cancer, Divine Spirit? Alright, thank you. Today for tomorrow. So, it's saying, with this reassessment that's taking place in your life, or that should be taking place in your life, with whatever the conclusion may be, it's saying, because I know it's talking about cleaning slate and results, whatever the results are with this reassessment that should be taking place. It's saying that start making changes today so that you can have a better tomorrow, because that's what my today for tomorrow card is to me. Like, she's letting go of dead issues and dead weight and things that no longer have life or meaning or value to it. She no longer wants to be that person. He no longer wants to be that person. They want to transform into a better place in life. Okay. Alright, why are we doing that? Okay. of the deck. Fifth of the deck. Divine Spirit, what are messages do we have for Cancer? Please and thank you. What are the messages do we have for Cancer? Please and thank you. Forgiveness. Remember saying that. Apply forgiveness to the situation with whatever these results are. With this reassessment or this reassessing that you're doing in life, with your life situation and life circumstances, apply forgiveness to the situation, because it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Oops, sorry. So yeah, with this, making that change, with letting things go, we're making that change for today for a better tomorrow. Okay, we'll learn to be forgiven. Learn to let go of whatever resentment may be there. Okay. Now let's get to the bottom of the deck. Balance. So maybe they're saying to find balance within this reassessment. Figure out balance within this situation. It's like things were not balanced, things were not even. It was maybe either too much giving or not enough giving, too much caring or not enough caring, too much trusting or not enough trust, not enough trusting, whatever. I don't know, too much effort, not enough effort. You know, whatever the case was, it wasn't balanced. And this is wherever that resentment, whatever that caused to happen, whatever came from that unbalance, is where that resentment resentment came with that as well. So with this reassessment, see where things were not balanced, or where there should have been more balance. Should you have done more of this and less of that? But, okay, let's keep going. Bottom of the deck, obsession. Conclusion, or okay. So I'm also wondering if some of you may be obsessed with these conclusions, with trying to figure out who you are and where you are in life. Trying to figure out if you're awakened enough, enlightened enough, maybe spiritual enough. If you're on the right path or something. If you're being balanced enough, maybe. I'm seeing alone in the world. So maybe so, because normally when you're not tapped in, you tend to feel alone in the world. Because a lot of people down here in this world, we're down here learning, so they're down here figuring it out. So a lot of people is not going to be able to really relate or guide you themselves, because they're down here learning themselves as well. It's like the blind leading the blind, and that's not everybody, but it's the majority. It's the most. Because if it wasn't, then this world wouldn't be the way it is, and we wouldn't be as messed up as we are. Okay, we're not gonna go into that. I'm just saying, if it was more love, is that what we were talking about, or balance, or whatever, then um, there would be more happiness. I mean, if people were more spiritual, we talking about spirituality up here. If people were more spiritual and awakened and things like that, then they wouldn't be out here harboring resentment. They wouldn't be out here engaging in deadly acts or toxic. They it wouldn't exist. Not if you're truly awakened and spiritual on the right path. It would not. But yeah, because it's saying you could feel alone in the world, but that's because you're looking for peace within yourself, within your soul. Um, you need to connect with spirit for that, not with the world, because the world can't give you what God can give you. The world can't love you, God can. So um, yeah, don't seek it from the world. You have to tap into your spirituality so you can, tap back into your roots so you can tap in with spiritual and that spiritual connection so y'all can, connect back together. But okay. What's next? These. Hold your vision. Okay, Cancer. I laughed because I seen wishful thinking at the bottom of the deck. No, it's just like I didn't want to I was like, no, I don't really want to apply that to this, I guess, but that's not really my choice, I guess. But I'm seeing where it's saying hold your vision, so it's like you may think that this may be really difficult for you. And saying wishful thinking, like you could probably be very doubtful about this. Like you can probably have like a lot of doubt about who you are, about your light, your spirituality, your past life, your spiritual life, all these things that's wrapped around spirituality. You may feel like you're just kind of still in the dark with a lot of things. I don't know. It could be with life, with relationships, with your connections. You're just like, where is the light? Period. Maybe. But it's saying hold your vision. The divine is saying to hold your vision, Cancer. And they're saying forgiveness. So maybe you can't see love because you're blocking love because you're too busy harboring resentment. Maybe you're too busy holding on to dead situations. You could be obsessed with how you see things of the world. Again, not looking at things from a spiritual point of view, from a higher point of view. It's like you're going through lessons instead of learning lessons. Okay. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So yeah. Balance is up under here. Again, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So maybe you could have been judging. I'm gonna get back to this card. I'm trying not to skip it here. But give me a second. So maybe you could have been judging, other people. Hold on. You could have been judging with whom you were connected with. Goodness, thank you, Spirit. Good God. So you could have been judging other people with whom you were connected with. Hold on. Goodness gracious. We're talking about balance here. I bring a perfect state of harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Balance. So with this, so within the situation, reassessment. Okay, I see balance. So balance is the key here. Um, okay, and I'm seeing block and love. Okay, I mean, yeah, block and love. So holding on to resentment. So you could have been judging. That's where this resentment probably comes from, because you were probably judging other people instead of having empathy for other people. Instead of, what I'm saying, realizing that we're all down here learning together, and that they're down here learning as well, and they're probably repeating the same, mistakes that was done to them, or repeating the same, false notions that they were seeing, that they were taught. And you take it as, oh, you're just doing like this, or you're just like that, or you're this kind of person, or you're this type of person, or you're just this, like you're just being judgmental, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because it says, I do so, I bring a perfect state of harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So you were probably judging people instead of having empathy for them. You wasn't seeing a higher picture. You wasn't looking at it from a spiritual point of view. You was looking at it from a worldly point of view, because we're all down here learning. So since they were learning, and since they have yet to figure it out, you know, they're not acting accordingly in a spiritual manner, in a sense, because they have yet to figure it out. So when they take these, false acts and notions, because they don't know no better, it's like you were quick to judge them, possibly, instead of having empathy for them, because it says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. And it's like, yeah, you may see them, what I'm saying, lying. Okay, that's the worldly view. But on a spiritual point, it's like, okay, well, this person haven't really learned to tell the truth, or they haven't learned to accept their truth, or maybe they've been lied to so much that all they know is lies now. Give me a second. Okay, Cancer. Where was I? Being open, where people learn what they know, spiritual point of view, worldly point of view. But you're pretty much, you're learning to be open to seeing both sides of the situation, instead of being judgmental towards other people. Judgmental towards other people. Yeah. I'm trying to get back to where I was, but I'm just a little thrown off. Okay. And you could probably be a little thrown off with right now at your life, with your life too, or with this reassessment and trying to figure out this balance and trying to put everything into perspective, possibly. But you can swing back. It's nothing. Okay. Am I missing some cards? Hold on, please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me see the bottom of the deck. Okay. It says you're very close to achieving your goal, Cancer. So keep that in mind. It's saying it's a time for healing. Up under that. And it's saying you and your loved ones are safe up under that, but I'm going to try to stop because I want to go through this whole pile of cards. But it's saying you're very close to achieving your goal. And it's saying to hold your vision. And this is not just wishful thinking, unless you keep telling yourself that. The divine is saying to continue to have courage and keep moving forward in faith. And of course, apply forgiveness to the situation and have gratitude. Okay? Clean your slate. Because there's new potential for dreams. Look at that. Look at that. Divine Spirit, what messages do we have for Aries, please? I mean, not Aries. Goodness, Aries. Every time I do a reading, I promise I say Aries. Okay, you know what? Well, every time so far. Divine Spirit, what other messages do we have for Cancer? Please and thank you. What other messages do we have for Cancer, Divine? Please and thank you. It says gray. It says endings are inevitable. Okay, I'm gonna go to this book and see what else it says. I know it's saying endings are inevitable, and I'm seeing that things, there's conclusions within the reach, and that there's some type of reassessment from whatever situation, life situation, that's at hand, or whatever's been going on here. Leave these out, girl. And I remember that was saying apply forgiveness to the situation, and gratitude too. Yeah, be thankful for these endings, because they're going to bring about new beginnings, you know. Like this may be the end of the situation, but there's always a new one that can come. But I remember Spirit saying to keep your slate clean too, because there's still potential for new dreams. New potential for dreams, or for your dreams. But you have to hold your vision. And you have to remove any blocks. You have to be forgiving. You can't be judgmental. Don't judge others. Don't judge yourself. Be open to seeing both sides of the situation. Be open to seeing things from a higher point of view, from the spiritual point of view. Gray, endings are inevitable. 37. It says endings are inevitable. As humans, we tend to see things in black and white, forgetting to account for all the gray in between. There is someone in your life who's begun to fade away, or maybe they're gone altogether now. Don't fight it. Real relationships are not the same as the fairy tales we know and love. There are no neat and tidy bows to tie things up at the end, leaving you satisfied. Acceptance isn't easy, but it's a thing you need to work. It's a thing you need to work toward. We create our own closure. Okay, so for some of you, you might be, oh yeah, because I said, whatever. But I was saying obsessions with conclusions, obsessed with how you see yourself, and it could be how others see you as well, if I didn't say that, with that, but with closure, you also may need to let things go. Maybe you can even let go with the obsession to needing to know, is this right? Is this right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? It's like if you really hold your vision, and if you really go back and you reassess this and you really listen to yourself, you will know, your heart will really tell you where you went wrong, where you could have done more, or where you should have done less, and where you should have went left, and where you should have gone right. But yeah, closure with situations, with conclusions, and just remain balanced and just see the higher point of view of it. Go through the lesson, don't get stuck on the lesson. Okay, what else? Phoenix. How's that for a happily ever after? And then up under that, it says wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So it's saying believe in yourself, okay? You're a part of this great, magnificent universe, okay? Believe in yourself, believe in your magic, believe in your powers. Um, Hold your vision, maintain your faith. Um, Phoenix. Let's see what Phoenix says. It says, how's that for a happily ever after? No matter how hopeless you may, no matter how hopeless you may be feeling at this moment, know this: you can and will survive whatever trials you've been put through. From the ashes of the past, you should create a storybook filled with beauty and resilience. All future flames will all future flames will cower when they hear the whispering of your name. Okay. And last message here. Cancer. Okay. Go back. Go back. Dear Divine Spirit, what last messages do we have for Cancer? Please and thank you. What last messages do we have for Cancer? Please and thank you. It says, nothing in all creation will ever be able to separate us from the love of God. Now, I was seeing something in here about creation in this book. But it's saying, yeah, when you, well, for one thing, I'm seeing here, when you hold on to resentment, it's like you're blocking, the flow of love. And it says nothing in all creations will ever be able to separate us from the love of God. So you shouldn't let nothing down here, no, you know what I'm saying, no type of creation, which would mean like no other person, no other, I don't know, what do you call that? Like whether it's device, money, whatever, distractions or things that can be out here, or whatever. No creation should be able to stop you from love. There should be nothing, because it says when you harbor resentment, you block the flow of love. There should be nobody who should be able to get you so mad that you that you allow them to separate you from God, that you allow them to stop you from loving, that you allow them to operate from a non-loving place. Oh my goodness gracious! Stick with me, work with me, bear with me here, Cancer. You shouldn't be able to allow no thing or no man on God's green earth, or you know what I'm saying, on God's creation, no nothing should be able to make you fall out of love. Period. Should nothing be able to, you know, steal like your joy, your glory, your light, you know what I'm saying? Should nothing be able to separate you from God. You should always be able to be in a state of love. You shouldn't let people have the power over you to affect you to where you're separated from God. Instead of you being in this love and this light, you know what I'm saying, they got you over here in this dark, you know what I'm saying, gray type place, um, which is where you're not going to find God. You know what I'm saying? Like, they shouldn't be able to, bring you down. You shouldn't let nothing, no one, no person, no relationship, no connection, no anything, should be able to, steal your light or your joy. You should never allow nobody to separate you from God. Period. You know what I'm saying? Or should make allow you to not operate in love or out of love. You should always be in love. You shouldn't allow a person to make you be angry and upset or hateful, or you know what I'm saying. Like, you shouldn't operate out of these type of ways. You should only operate out of love and the energy and the frequency of God. You know what I'm saying. You should only, you know. You should be only down here doing His work, I don't know. What else was I about to say? You should be only down here doing His work. You should be down here connecting to God and helping others connect to God, and not separating or allowing anything on God's green earth to separate you from God or from that connection of God. Because I know it's talking about closure. So it could be a person, and no person is that grateful to where they can separate you from God, or whether you should allow them to separate you from God, to where you should put them above God, pretty much, is what I'm saying. Or no thing. Okay. So, Cancer, that has been your reading. And as always, remember to keep yourself encouraged. To be encouraged, keep yourself uplifted, and to stay in love. And as always, peace and love, much love, and one love.